Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys on this beautiful Wednesday evening, despite the fact that it is chilly here in Chicago. Yes, snuggling weather, all of that. I'm just excited because tomorrow is the opening day. Is it for the Cubs, ladies? And so I am excited. I know Southside fans.
Southside all day.
Okay, all right. Tomorrow's opening day for the Cubs. Who knows? The Cubs may eventually be a sponsor of this show somewhere down the road. But every opening day, it seems as if the weather is really, really cold. So we're sorry about that, but it is what it is. I have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure this evening. As you guys all know, this is our last show of the year. It's actually been a year since the Real Chat Daddy Show has been on the air. And so we're going on, thank you, ladies. We're going on hiatus and we'll be back in May. All new show, all different platform, a lot of unique programming. You'll see a tremendous difference in a lot of the different things. We're actually switching servers. And so we need roughly over a month to get everything together to bring back a great show. So to help me celebrate our last show this evening are two women that I love and adore. The young lady in the box down there below us is the young lady who has been holding down the co-host seat for some time now, the amazing Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge. It's amazing how you contact somebody. They had a great time. She said, listen, we're going through a pandemic. I want to help you ride this out. So I just want to say, Kay Renee, you are amazing, wonderful, fabulous. Not many people would commit to doing something like this every evening or when they're available. And you have just been a source of inspiration. You've been funny, truthful, tear-jerking moments. We've been through it all on this show. And I just want to thank God for you sharing your gifts and talents with us. So we really do appreciate you. How you doing, babe?
I am wonderful, blessed, highly favored, and just so thankful that you've been able to provide a voice for me. We've known each other since the sandbox. And so when you first asked me to be your guest, I always say yes. And then you say, I need a guest co-host. I said yes. When you need it, I said yes. And I will always say yes to you, Art, because you truly are just God's special gift. And I'm just really blessed to know you, to love you. I mean, from what has happened, it's spawned for me something different as well. So I'm just looking forward to the new show coming up in May.
Yeah, I know. In May. Can you believe that? Yes, absolutely. And then our next co-host this evening is another young lady who, when I called her, wait, I got to switch us all around anyway. I'm so excited about it being tonight. Look, I got to switch everybody around. Bacteria Towns is probably just one of the biggest socialites here in the city of Chicago. Whether it's in the non-for-profit world, giving back to people no matter what. She's a global traveler. And if nothing else, she's a conversation in a conversation. If that makes sense. She's a conversation in a conversation. And so she's been co-host several times. Matter of fact, I think she was the first birthday party we ever celebrated on the show. And we've been celebrating birthdays ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Our girl, look, and she looked fabulous tonight. She looks sun-kissed. And honey, she gonna share a story with y'all in a little bit that will blow your mind. Welcome back to the show, our good friend, the amazing Miss Bacteria Towns. Yay! Hello, darling.
Hello, my lovely, wonderful darlings. Hello, Chat Daddy and Kay Renee. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to your wonderful viewers again. And I am so excited that I was like really one of your first. I was your first experiment, and it worked out fabulous. I ended up bringing out the mics and singing, and then I invited kids and people. It was my life. That's the norm. So congratulations on your first wonderful year down pack with the Chat Daddy Show.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate you so much. Just to give you guys a little bit of history about the Real Chat Daddy Show and how it was created. As you guys all know, the pandemic, I had to end up learning to pivot quickly in a moment of me saying, you know what, I'm tired, I need a break, want to do something different. My good friend, a childhood friend, Javonda Lynn Donegan, said, are you kidding me? I call her drill sergeant. She said, oh no. She said, no, sir. You getting ready to figure out how you going to keep communicating with people other than social media. Javonda Lynn was the one who did all the research on the platforms I should try. We originally tried Zoom. We tried every platform possible. And believe it or not, April 29th of 2020 is when we premiered on this particular platform where we started streaming to various platforms. So yes, the show is a year old, but us having a mass appeal actually happened April 29th of 2020. And since that time, we've done over 160 shows. We're on Monday through Thursday night. We've only maybe missed a couple of days or maybe a week or so of shows, but in 1 year's time, we've completed 160 shows. And I must admit, for this to be a new show, a very organic show, a show that is building on everything, we've comfortably had over 11,000 viewers in that time period. Over 11,000 people have viewed this show at some point. And so with that being said, I thank you guys so very much. Everybody who just kind of, it really is like we're playing makeup. That's what it, you know what I'm saying? Like we at home and like, let's play dress up and let everybody watch us play dress up. So here's to you all. Thank you to everybody who's been a co-host, a guest. Thank you to all the PR people, the celebrities that have been on this show. I'm putting a reel together so we can feature everything that has been the best of this show. And so I just thank you guys because this kept me from committing suicide. So thank you so much. Absolutely. Amen. Tell the truth.
Amen.
I've had a lot of people say that this show has saved their life. And so we're going to talk more about that in the new year. So absolutely. Let me put some comments up here. Thank you, Wamelda. I appreciate you so much.
Hey,
we love her. The fabulous Mr. Baritone. We got some things coming up with Baritone. We love Baritone. We do. Baritone is a faithful watcher of this show. And then there's some chick talking about, her name is Thyteria. She copying off of you, boo. She said, absolutely amazing. Well,
yes, y'all.
Right. This is all about the hair, baby. Everybody got good hair on this show. Look,
good lighting.
Yes.
It's all about the hair and the lighting. Get you good lighting.
We'll be teaching that Saturday in my seminar. That's right. We're going to be teaching a lot of things on Saturday. All right. So ladies, we have a lot to talk about this evening. Coming up on the show later on this evening, we have some people coming to us from Atlanta, Georgia. This is a Chicago-based group, Family Centered Educational Agency. They're currently on their spring college and cultural tour, but due to COVID-19 restrictions, they've had to make this tour virtual, but yet they kind of went and I guess do lives, and we'll learn how they do that because it's important that our juniors and seniors who are in high school still think about their futures, still think about going to college, and we are huge supporters of historically Black colleges on this show. So we will find out how these college tours are being done. Okay. So we appreciate them. They'll join us later on in the show. All right, girls. So how y'all doing? What's going on? We all got fabulous hair tonight. We got so much to talk about. I don't even know who's ready to get started. Anybody want to? Let's talk to K. Renee first. Yes, go ahead, darling.
You know, we had talked about this earlier about a certain rapper who has a certain new shoe line and has a certain video, and I didn't see it at the time, but I said my homework assignment would be to see the video. And I am going to say this. Personally, I am glad that he was creative, but it was very disturbing for me. And that's, for those who don't know what I'm speaking of, I'm speaking of Lil Nas X, who has his new video talking about Satan, trying to sell some shoes. And
he sold out the shoes. The shoes
he ain't trying to sell no shoes, girl. They sold
out in one minute.
But the thing about it is, yes, Nike is on his ass because he didn't get permission. Secondly, in looking at the video in its entirety, I was a little bit disturbed. As creative as he is, I was just like, I had to wait to go to sleep because I did not want to have
Oh,
that in my
that
mind.
disturbed you. That disturbed your
Really?
spirit.
It did. It
Really?
disturbed my.
Okay.
It really did. It did.
Okay.
And
And
I was the opposite. I wanted to hop on a pole once. I said, you took a pole straight to hell. I was like, where is that pole? Because I want to swing on it and grab it and go straight on down.
I had no problem with the pole, Lady T. That wasn't it. It was just the imagery, and I just was like, it took me an hour before I could go to sleep because it really disturbed my spirit. Yeah.
Okay.
It did. But
So
I was proud of his creativity. Don't get me wrong. I just, I said.
So, like, it was a rapper that. Oh, go ahead.
He wanted to rock the boat. He rocked the whole snit. Yes, he did.
Girl.
So do you feel it was blasphemous? Do you feel I'm trying to understand, what was the shock value in it? Because my co-host last night, my brother Chris Avent,
right.
And he was saying, as a heterosexual man, that the gay agenda now is really pushing that envelope. And I said last night, as a LGBTQ plus member, but I'm also a very conservative man, gay man, I have to get used to our young people doing what they do and knowing this is how they identify themselves now. So I'm trying to figure out, and I know Lady T, you want to jump in here, but was it too blasphemous for you? Or was it too much drag in your face? What was it?
I think it was a combination of both. Honestly. Okay. It just really, it was like in my face, like here, and I'm like, oh hell no! I don't know if I could. It just really kind of disturbed me, and again, I take nothing away from it. Of course, obviously, he achieved his objective by selling 666 shoes, having the drop of blood. I'm just like, okay. I just think he went there. He not only pushed the envelope, he just pushed it all the way over. So
rip that envelope up.
Lady T, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. Because look, Lady T, me and you, we kind of, me being a former adult industry person, I digress. Go ahead, Lady T.
So you have the adult industry person, and me being a preacher's daughter. Being a preacher's daughter, grew up in a church, but loved artists like Marilyn Manson. I'll never forget when he came out with Beautiful People. I'm like, who is this dude? It was androgynous, like all up in your face. And then the music and the lyrics. And then it's this other group called 9 Inch Nails. Oh my God, that made me want to get a whip, a chain, and like just be attached to a wall and just whoop me. Like, yes, but saying all of that, I am so proud of that little Nas X. You want to know why? Because we had to deal with wet ass pussy and everything else over the doggone break. And, people talked about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and everything that they did, but it's always women throwing sex in your face. But for someone to finally live in his true identity and his voice, I'm like,
uh-oh.
I was giving him a hand.
You're so excited. You done muted yourself out.
I muted myself.
Girl, you got the clapper. You got the clapper at your house, right?
Yes. I'm like, what? But that's the problem with like today's society. There are other people that don't believe in the Jesus Christ that we believe in. They didn't go get their prom on Sunday and they didn't get prayed for. Right. So he is giving up to this particular generation that's out here that they just wanted to be expressive. And if you are this one dude, his name is T.S. Madison. I watched that man all night long. He got this thing called Litanya. It's the craziest show in the world, but it's people out there that's making sure that T.S. Madison continues to make money 24/7. We ain't all the straight Christians in this world. It's some really strange individuals. And I'm so happy that those strange individuals are being seen and heard. So Lil Nas X, you done made all your money. Now you're going to have to get a good attorney because I guarantee you're going to have to, somebody going to have to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's the deal, Kay Renee, I respect everything that you're saying. And that's the one thing I like about the show is we share various opinions, ideas, thoughts. I couldn't think of a greater mix of people than the three of us. You know what I'm saying? When you really look at it. But, you know, at first I was clutching my pearls. But when I really thought about it, I look at Madonna's Like a Prayer when she, remember when that was big?
I remember that.
And Madonna was Antichrist. She was stripping, lace bras, all of that. We were clutching our pearls.
And Black
and
Jesus,
then
Leon.
Right. Keep in mind, the Beatles even had a song where they were worshiping the devil years ago, like you know, giving the devil praise. So I ask people, is it from a Christian standpoint that you don't like the video, or is it that he's so over the top? Like yesterday when Chris said what he said, as a straight Black man, I got that. I did. And a lot of people are very surprised to hear me say, ooh, I love androgyny, because I feel as if I'm turning into something androgynous. I do, but people telling me this is the hottest I've looked, so I appreciate that. But I'm not trying to wear pumps. I'm not trying to, you know, morph into you women. That's not what I want to do. I want to have my own unique look. And
but there's people out there that's what they look for.
Right.
And again, as I said, I think it was more that he was in my face. You know, as far as Christianity, you know, I respect all religions. I'm a more spiritual towards the metaphysics. So that part, you know, it didn't really bother me per se. Although I will say, Lady T, when I saw him coming down that pole going all the way down, I was like, oh, check him out. He is very nimble and flexible.
Did you see that package? Did you see that
9-inch heels with them boots? I said, hell, I give him credit for that, because there's no way in hell I'd be doing that. But he was just really like, wow, in my face. I said, it just kind of, my whole spirit was just shocked. And I was like, okay, I give him courage, because it takes courage to do what he has done. Nobody, the average Joe or Joette would not do that. So I give him courage about that. But also, I'm going to say this, we're all business people, right?
He made money. Yes.
You know you're going to do that. You make sure you get permission. So
Right.
I'm glad he sold out, but he all them coins that he earned, he may have to give them to Nike, because they were like,
run me my money.
Y'all know better.
They were selling for over $1,000. Like, if people spending
they were $1,600, girl, for some gym shoes.
So you see what I'm saying?
I didn't understand that. It took me a minute to understand, but I look at how my niece and my great niece, you know, everybody in the family, they walking around in Yeezys. I think they're the ugliest shoes God ever created in the face of this earth. But because Kanye made them, and they're from Adidas, it's okay to wear. I'm like,
That's why he's how much he's worth. How many billion now?
$6 billion.
$6 billion.
There you go.
Well, that's the same way with his slide shoes. They look like prison shoes to me.
I think we three of us need to create a shoe.
Let's
go ahead and go create it and market it. I can't even think of his name now. If he's gonna go down the pole, we can think of something to sell some shoes. I wouldn't sell them at 666 though. I would combine maybe our birthdays. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus no, we get the Jesus shoes and we'll put a little thing of holy oil in
it. That's right. Put a little holy oil in the tip of the shoe. Right. Okay. So now listen. Now, when it comes to going down that stripper pole and doing a lap dance for the devil, now it did bring back some memories. That's the picture of it. Now, I've either been the devil or I've been the person performing on the devil. So that part of it, I was like, ooh, my life just flashed in front of my eyes. But you know, I got that. So that's why I saved this picture. I'm like, Lord, I've either looked like the devil and had somebody doing something like that, or I have been that person doing somebody and they were nothing but the devil.
But I was all into it. I'm sorry. I was looking like, okay, I'm giving me some pointers, the way he flipped over and then he looked back at it. Then he went up, grabbed the neck. I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do. I had to watch the video both times.
Here's the thing, Miss Lady T. We have remember, Art had a guest, Miss Behaving. We need to talk to her if we want to get refine our polling skills. Because I've been on the poll before. I've taken a poll.
I always get bruised.
So what?
is bruising with me. Like my inner thigh, because you have to get up and then hold
I
it.
know.
I always get bruised, and then it takes forever. Then you got to walk. Oh yeah, that's painful.
Look,
You don't understand.
Debbie
That's
Green
intense.
reminded us that it's Holy Week,
Oh
and
Jesus,
we
come
do
on.
realize that. We do.
We
We
do.
pray for everybody. We
That's
do,
right.
but y'all know we like to dish the dirt on
I'm
this
sorry.
show. So
I'm
right,
sorry.
it's all right. But we had to talk about it. We did.
Looking for some holy oil around here.
Yeah,
I think I got some holy. I got
Right.
some holy
I'm
water in
sorry.
my bathroom.
I done been in that devil position. Either I was the devil or I was receiving a lap dance from somebody
Let
else.
me get my sage and just kind of spray.
Right.
Burn it. Burn it. Hold on. That's what Debbie
Before
said.
this show go to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah.
Now that it's not gone there before. We've been on a year now. Okay. All right. So listen. Let me give you guys the latest COVID-19 update numbers. Today, Illinois public health officials announced 2,592 new confirmed or probable cases of COVID-19. Unfortunately, we've had 28 additional deaths in the last 24 hours. This now brings the state total of COVID cases to 1,244,585, and our death total is now 21,301. For the Cook County region, and that's just Cook County only, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office announced today that Cook County has surpassed 10,000 confirmed deaths from COVID-19 since the beginning of this pandemic over a year ago.
Oh my God.
So sad.
With that being said, Vice President Kamala Harris will visit Chicago next Tuesday to talk about the equity distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. According to the White House, this will be her first visit since she and President Biden were inaugurated. People are definitely getting their vaccines and their numbers, but actually our hospitalization in Illinois is actually up. We have 1,341 people in the hospital right now, and that's the highest number since we had 1,425 people, and that was back in February 27th. So our numbers are going back up. People are being tested positive for COVID. We want to remind everybody, and we'll do our safety demo later on in the show to remind you guys, but now today, it was revealed in Seattle, Washington State, that 100 people have had both vaccine shots and still have tested positive for COVID. Ladies, where are you at with all of this?
You want me to answer now, later?
Darling, would you like to share a little story, my dear? Yes.
Yeah, so I'm a proud card carrying a member of I've been vaccinated with my 2-dose world. Thank you very much. Had my second shot on yesterday. No side effects with either one of the first shot or the second shot. But how about in the middle of the first shot, I got COVID. And I took Pfizer. I didn't want Moderna because I looked at the numbers and I really wanted to understand the chemistry of African Americans and how many people actually went through that study versus the Pfizer. Pfizer had more African Americans. So I was like, yep, give me Pfizer. Took the Pfizer. And mind you, let's start from the beginning. I've been to Las Vegas. I left Las Vegas. I went to Dominican Republic. After Dominican Republic, I was in a hospital for at least 6 months, nonstop, with PPE. And every time I travel or go anywhere, I always take a COVID test. If I'm in the hospital after a week, I take a COVID test because I always want to make sure that I wasn't exposed to anything, and I want to expose it to my friends and my family, especially my daughter. It actually happened. I went to Miami, left Miami, came home, doing my normal, go get tested. But between me getting tested, my butt was a little lax. So I go downstairs. I never forget. It was a Tuesday. Got a little text to let me know that I have an Amazon package downstairs. I go downstairs, throw in a quick, easy, simple mask real quick. Go downstairs, get my package, use that little code. Normally, I'm using my knuckle, and I come back upstairs and wash my hands. Came upstairs, started working on something. actually opened up that dress, put the dress on, was cute, looking in the mirror, and went on with my day, not thinking, dude, go in that doggone kitchen and wash your hands or use your hand sanitizer that's sitting right here. Did not. Felt a little bad tickle in my throat, like later on that day. Didn't think anything about it. Was going to get my COVID test anyway. Go get tested on Friday. And when on Saturday, when I received my results, I've been negative so much. So if you ever been tested for COVID, you always going to get a green negative. You're like, oh, I'm negative. I don't even need to read the rest of the stuff. When I sat in that bed and saw positive, it was red. It was like something just dropped to my stomach. And the only thing I could think about was, who did I touch? Who was I around? Immediately locked myself in my bedroom, stayed there for 10 days, did not leave here. I went downstairs to go pick up food or whatever, but tried my best to make sure that we're going back on lockdown. I'm sorry, because it's so out there. And you have to be completely vigilant. If you look at my bag that I had in Miami, I guarantee you, when I travel, I bring the big Clorox wipes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I keep little things of alcohol, and I spray alcohol in people's face. Like, but guess who didn't do that to our own damn self?
Wow.
Y'all see that person? Me. That person right there? You. That chick right there. So it was bad. So my symptoms were, I had a horrible headache that lasted 7 whole days. I lost taste. I lost smell. But the cool thing about it, I lost 13 pounds. Hey, did not die. Thank God. I was checking my blood pressure. My blood pressure machine is in here. I checked my blood pressure. I was also making sure that I checked my my oxygen meter to make sure that check my oxygen. But my doctor still hasn't called me back. But I can truly say thank you to Chicago Department of Public Health. They call constantly.
Baby, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. They want
to make sure if you're okay, how you feel, and what's your symptoms. The worst thing I had to experience was those headaches. Chad talked about wanting to commit suicide. I just want to jump out my window. Anybody know my whole house is surrounded by windows. And night around 3:00 in the morning, I just wanted to wake up and jump out the window, and your brain be playing all types of crazy things. Shout out to my sister-in-law who called me constantly because we just can't go through no more deaths. And I'm like, this is March. If my ass died in March, but my obituary was already planned. Everybody just burn me up and sprinkle my ashes and I'll be happy. But your brain literally starts to play real big tricks on you. And first thing you just have to get over, like, where the initial contact happened. My daughter was negative. Sarita was negative. I don't even have my real lip gloss because it's in her purse. She used my lip gloss. She was negative. My sister-in-law, anybody that I was around, everyone was negative except me, positive. But that was a lesson learned. Guess what? I got a package today. I bought Amanda Gorman's book. It came today. Mm-hmm. My butt went downstairs with the Clorox wipe. I'm wiping everything from the elevator. I hit that little thing, hit my code in, got my package out, sprayed it down with Lysol and brought it up, and then I opened it up. So that person that continued to do that for so long, through the pandemic, she back.
Because, you were my shero. I loved all of your travel. You contacted me every trip, right. Even when our dear friend Erica Watson died, you called and gave me detailed information about how detailed Aruba was, that you had to end up paying for an extra COVID test, was locked in your room. So that's why when you told me, and even after you got the first shot, you said you were COVID positive, I dropped the telephone because I just couldn't even believe it.
I couldn't believe it. I sat there and I watched it, said positive. I was like, maybe they got the wrong person. No, you're the one that stuck the thing up your nose. They knew how to, I tested my own self. And I think that was the one I coughed in my, you cough a couple of times to, get the stuff stirred up and then swab your mouth. So, Gately Stadium, they have a curative. Please, I tell people, if you feel anything that's out the ordinary, just go get tested because you don't know where. I'm back to I don't want to go to restaurants anymore because I know that people are out and they're being very relaxed and comfortable. I was the one in Miami. Hey, Miami, no one was wearing a mask. And Sarita and I are pulling up like, hi, and they're like, no. So even going into a restaurant, I'm like, can you put us all the way in the far, far back, like by a window, far, far, far? And we had a great time. The food was delicious. We eat out of each other forks, drinking out of each other glasses, tasting stuff. And she got tested on that Saturday, American Airlines, and was negative. So, and she's been retested. My daughter was retested. She went to Miami with her friends. Shout out to all the kids who graduated from Lynn Bloom, who are now the new class of 2021, about to graduate from college. They went to go spend time in, where did they go? Miami this weekend. And I'm like, girl, if you don't brought that mess back in my house, I promise you. So she stayed in her room until she got retested. And that's my life.
Hey, Renee, where you at with all of this?
Well, Lady T, I'm glad that you're okay now. I go for my second test in 2 weeks.
Shot.
I took the Pfizer at Rush, and I'll be going back. And I had experienced, slight cold symptoms. I had a slight headache. Had chills the first night, and I've just been sleeping. I've been sleeping better.
Girl, that's some good sleep. It makes you go to sleep real good.
Oh, it does. But yes. Art was surprised.
Personally, I think they put a little sedative in them shots. Because girl, I felt different after I got the first shot too. I felt almost like fuck it. Right, that's right. That's the way, excuse my French, y'all, but that's the way I felt. Yes.
Remember though, Art, after the shot, I walked a full mile from Rush to Target. I was like, I had a adrenaline boost. I said, let me start walking. I did. But when I got home, that's when I started feeling my body said, oh, yo, but home now, so I'm gonna let you know how you really feeling. So and trust me, my body did let me know. I read the article about the Seattle residents, 100 people in Washington. It's like,
yes.
Here's the thing, though. I have read somewhere today that Auntie Lolo, Madam Lori Lightfoot, she will not play. She will shut this city down because we're not reaching that final level, that bridge level, and
we're going backwards.
Right, because folks still believe fat means greasy, and I'm like, when I go out, I double mask. When I'm, I just don't play. I'm nervous, but I feel a little bit more comfortable for the fact that I did take the first shot. I know I had a family member, unfortunately, made his transition. I'm waiting to hear the news when they're going to do the service, and I'm really debating whether or not I'm going to be there, because the last family member in my family that I went to the wake, and unfortunately, some of my family don't believe in physical distancing. I'm like, I can't have that. So, I've got to take care of me. So at the end of the day.
But you know what? And I mean, like the world knows I went through 2 funerals. A funeral in January. We did an outdoor funeral, but the wake was indoors at the church. And I have to give it out shout out to Pastor Lastonby of Pilgrim Baptist Church. He was not letting no one come near. They had to walk. Like, he made people continue to walk and just pass through. Don't touch no family. Senator L.G. Sims, he actually came over and he hugged me. And the pastor was like, no, he got to go. Like, stay centered, but he got to go. And but that was good for the first one. We had to do an outdoor funeral. The second one, when my aunt died, we did 2 outdoor, but the wake indoors and the funeral outdoor. But I was sitting in the church with Lysol and alcohol spray. I would spray a person down, like, nope, you move away from my sister-in-law. You can't get too close to him, like, move away. And then after it was over, spray everyone down in Lysol. We were really good about wearing our mask. That's why I have so many masks now, because they're funeral masks. But we made it through it. My heart hurts to see that poor little 18-year-old girl who was a Simeon student that passed from it.
Right.
It hurts so bad because, and it was, I'm gonna give you a little nugget. Not last night, 3 nights ago, whatever. It was probably over the weekend. My brother would visit me in my sleep over the craziest things. But he ended up coming to me in my sleep. I felt him in my room, like by my bed. Like I literally felt him just making sure I was okay. Cause I was like, but then I got scared. I called my sister-in-law. I was like, he tried to take me with him. He tried to take me with him. I can't do this. So that was one night. And then like, I guess on Sunday night, I had a dream that we were in Aretha Franklin's daddy's church. Don't ask me why. Daddy's church. And my brother was an avid singer. He always loved singing. And he had the mic in his hands. And most people know if you have a dream about dead people, they don't really, can't hear them. They can't talk. So he was like trying to sing and couldn't sing. But I had like, it was weird. I had all this stuff in my hand and literally just broke out, "Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me." And I started singing his part. "Tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away. Muggers and robbers, no place seems to be safe. But you've been my protection every step of the way." Oh, Jesus. Okay. "Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me."
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
So
yeah.
wait,
So
Debbie Green had a question. What did you take for the headache? She said, did you try
Nothing.
Excedrin?
That's shit. Nothing works. So every doctor, and give out to Commissioner Carrie Steele. She allowed me to talk to her sister. She's a physician down in Texas. She was like, "You need to take Tylenol. You need," like, that was what,
Right.
Y'all don't know what my doctor was. It was her and the internet.
Right, right. Well, the last time I went to the internet for a diagnosis, I ended up with scarlet fever. So I've been staying away from the internet. Well, I've been staying away because when I got through putting in symptoms and problems, I had a full case of scarlet fever. So I just now I just say, well, if my condition does not get any worse, I'm okay. And I've been having the same issues for over years now. So okay. All right.
But can I say, no doctors still have yet to call me back? Dr. Jen, this TV is normally on in the living room every morning because the news is on when I'm working.
Right.
Dr. Jen on
Jen Astor from AB.
Her.
Yes, I love her.
So on Monday, because I was still like in limbo, like I didn't have any symptoms or anything, but I had to take my second shot. And I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna take my second shot. I was hearing people, the mouths telling you stuff. I'm like, no. Dr. Jen Ashton said that the scientific information is not out there yet. The data is not there yet. So if I were you, I would take that second shot. I went in there yesterday and took my second shot. No symptoms, no side effects, no nothing.
Okay. All right. Very good. Kay Renee, anything you want to ask or talk about before we move on? We just so glad you okay. You look amazing. You look like yes.
Thank you. Oh, I think I sent you the real pictures. I know I sent somebody my real pictures of what I look like. I look like hell for about 10 days. Well, I mean, my hair was just horrible. But to just really just thank God that I'm still here. I would also like to thank you, Chad. Chad, he called me on Saturday night. My phone was in the living room, and I actually was my bedroom.
Right. You all right? You all right?
He was like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Oh, I was watching Tina Turner. I didn't leave out the room. I'm so used to being, back there."
Okay. All right. Kay Renee, anything else you want to add to this?
I'm just glad you're here, Lady T. And for anyone else, y'all don't want to wear a mask. We refer back to this episode. After, if you don't want a mask, we're gonna send you this episode. So you understand.
And wash your hands.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, ladies. Well, let's move on to our next topic. It seems as if Good Morning America sports announcer, athlete, and hunk, Mr. Michael Strahan, has decided now to correct his teeth. He no longer has his legendary gap anymore. People are actually thinking that this is a April Fool's internet joke. But the more news stories and sources I'm reading, I'll have to look at the show in the morning to see. But Michael Strahan has inspired somebody like me. As you guys all know, I've been somebody who loves to smile. I don't care what has been going on due to my cancer. I've lost teeth, things like that. And so, believe it or not, I had explored the option of having me some other teeth put in my mouth. And so, in honor of Michael Strahan, yes. Right. So look, I'm gonna show y'all, ladies. What do you think of Michael Strahan's new teeth? Look, let me. One of y'all start talking, and I'll put mine in. Now I can't talk when I put them in, so because they still on layaway. These are the molds, but mine's still on layaway, honey. I got 85 more payments. Right, I got 85 more payments on my teeth. but this is what they're gonna look like when they done. So please, somebody talk so I can put my teeth in. I don't want to put them on the camera. I want y'all
Go,
to
Renee. Go, Renee.
You know, here's the thing. You know, he looked good with the gap. He looks good without the gap. So I think it was a personal preference for him. I'm surprised he waited this long because he could have had that gap taken care of in his football days. But maybe not, you know, even after the football days. Because I did see the Instagram post of Michael.
Why did he be so white?
I know. They look like chicklets.
They're like chicklets. Then you can't close them.
They look like chicklets.
Right, Debbie. His gap was his signature. You know, Eddie Murphy has a gap. There are a lot of celebrities that have a gap teeth. So, but
yes,
you know,
and Eddie Murphy. Have y'all realized how little? I was listening to the show the other night. On Monday night? Do y'all realize how little Eddie Murphy teeth is? It's like he still got baby teeth in his mouth.
Yes, he does.
Right, but guess what?
Lisa, you wrong, honey. They glow in the dark.
Turn the lights out, chat. Turn the lights out. Let's see if he glows in the dark.
Y'all ain't right.
I said that was one of your viewers. I didn't say that.
Y'all ain't right.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't right. You remember, I can't talk well. Right. Honey. Right. That's why I didn't go any further. That's why they on layaway. Look, somebody come out, I look like Mr. Wilson. Right. Well, Melvin come out, I look like Mr. Wilson.
Who was Mr. Wilson? I remember Mr. Ed. Remember Mr. Ed?
No, but Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace, but I do look like Mr. Ed and them too. But yeah, those are what, if I went on with the payment plan and paid the people, somebody talking about TD Jakes too. Right. Baby, look. So just so y'all know, when I start doing my new media photos, these will be my teeth in the media photos. But I got to get used to these bad boys. That's why I haven't gone any further. But that would be
just
how my teeth would look.
Yeah, just don't do the $1 million smile. Do like the $500,000 smile.
Girl, look, I really want like the $75 smile, but you know what I'm saying? Because when I saw him, I said, "Boy, these is awfully chiclet like." But I done took pictures in them. People like, look, I've had 3 dudes call me tonight, like, damn. I'm like, you just don't know, honey. I'll be taking them out for everything. I take them out quite frequently. I do. And I'm supposed to be taking pictures in them now, so I'll do my new media pictures in them. But otherwise, baby, no, these bad boys, honey, yes. But these would be my new teeth when I get them done, y'all. Yeah.
Well, who's your dentist? Because I don't want you to walk around with Mr. It's just too much. Who's the dentist?
Out of California.
Oh, the California teeth. Lord have mercy. Mm-hmm. Well, Michael Strahan, he did his in 2 days. So we need to find out. He did 2 visits. And got his
Michael Strahan got that kind of money. He probably had veneers put in, which is what I would want to do anyway. Mine would be snap-ins on the layaway plan. Right.
Well, I need some snap-in because I lost a tooth. Which way is this one? I don't know. I lost it too.
Okay.
Look, I love Debbie Green. Look, I love Debbie. Right.
Wait, I want to know what magic can you do, Miss Green?
Look, Debbie, we'll holler. We'll talk later, Debbie.
You got a plan? Because I need to buy 2 of them. Mine came out. I had a bad root canal and then lost my crown. Veneers.
I need
veneers. Okay.
Yeah, you need.
Right. They're so expensive.
Oh, honey, who you telling? That's why I told you. Even these that I got.
Thank you, Candace. Thank you,
right. They on layaway. The teeth I got is, look, honey, they sent me these and you sent them back and the teeth is on layaway. So at least I got these, and I guess they give you these to remind you this is what you could look like if you go on and pay us. So right, that's why they not, because they screw them down in my mouth. They would screw them into my mouth. They screw ins.
Oh wow.
Right.
Amazing.
Yes, honey, they've come a long way with the dental. So I just will be doing pictures, and all of my pictures I'll be looking like Shrek from Donkey in them. I mean Donkey from Shrek.
But you're smizing. You're smizing with the eyes. I can
yes. And now we're wearing the mask. I'm in no hurry. Now that we're wearing the mask.
Oh yeah. Right. Damn, I should have did that last year.
I'll get them off of layaway eventually. I'll get them out of layaway. Candace wants to know, are they uncomfortable? Yes, Candace, they are. Quite a few people ask me, are they uncomfortable? The reason why they're so uncomfortable is they've not been put in my mouth properly. They've not been screwed in or tacked down. And so, but you can definitely feel as if they're not heavy, but they're cumbersome. And another thing is I can't use as wide of a Kool-Aid smile. You have to conform to make sure they fit right from where the new gum line is at. So it's a lot with it. It really
is. A new gum line?
Well, yeah, because see, until they screw them down, right, they don't fit up in my gums properly. Right. Wow. So that's why I have to smile like this. Right.
It's like you got to go to the bathroom.
Girl, look, these, I take them out. I take them out. So you ain't got to worry about that. All right, ladies, what else we got in the news tonight? Any other news stories we need to talk about? It's a lot of stuff we need to cover.
It's a lot of stuff. But you want to know, since we're going to be out, I want everyone to go ahead. Thanks to Commissioner Stanley Moore for making Juneteenth a national holiday in Cook County. But I want everyone, they need to start buying their Juneteenth stuff now.
Okay.
Because go to Amazon, get your flag and everything, because they're going to be sold out by the time you come back in May. And we want to make sure we're going to have a big celebration. It's going to be ridiculous for Juneteenth for Black people.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes, it is.
I went to high school with Commissioner Stanley Moore. He's always been a very outstanding guy. Yes. Very nice guy.
Good people, him and his wife. And baby.
Shout out to Commissioner Stanley Moore, Luther South alum. Hello, Stanley Moore. Yes. Yes.
And did you guys see? I sent you guys this thing called Zola. So again, I've been addicted.
Honey.
Wait, I missed that. What is Zola, honey? Please explain Zola.
Zola's a new movie. Zola's a new movie that's coming out. It was picked up, did real great at Cannes and Sundance last year, and now it's coming to whatever platform we have right about now. So Zola is about a lady, Black girl. Her name is Taylor Page. Not my daughter, but her name is Taylor Page.
Isn't that amazing? Right.
I know, but I've been following this girl for a while since she was on some like little cheerleading show. I just loved her name, Taylor Page. She was a cute little Black girl. I was like, I like this little kid. I'm following her. But Taylor Page, she worked at a Hooters, met this white girl. Her and this white girl went to Tampa, Florida, and they were stripping in a club. And then a series of unfortunate events happened after it. So I saw it on T.S. Madison. Y'all know I'll be watching him all night long. T.S. Madison's Instagram page the other night or last night when it hit. And it seems like it's going to be a great movie. And guess what? It was based off a true story of a person's real Twitter feed. She was tweeting. Yay. Oh, yay for Luther South. Yay. Yeah. She was tweeting. And like all the unfortunate incidents happened. And I'm like, hey, I went to HBCU. I had a whole bunch of friends who went down to Florida to strip on the weekend. So, hey, go for it. That's what they did back in the day, and they're probably still doing it now.
Right.
So, but it's going to be good.
Oh, my God. Okay, then I do have to watch that. I do, because I love anything like that. And as I tell people, you'd be very surprised what people did prior to who they are now.
It reminds me of the movie Juno on steroids.
Yeah. Yes.
Nah. If anybody who's seen Juno with Elliot
he's a dude Page. Now. Yeah, he's a dude.
Elliot Page, excuse me. Forgive me, Elliot.
Transgender Day.
Right. And today is transgender. We're going to talk about this shortly. But yeah, it's like Juno on steroids. That's what it reminds me of.
And Juno was such a good movie.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a good movie, but it's going to be at a different level.
Yeah. It's like P-Valley with a Elliot. There you go.
Right.
It's like a P-Valley hood version.
Yeah.
For the big screen.
Yes. Interesting.
All
right. Kay Renee, we do need to talk about what the president enacted today for our LGBTQ plus community.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes. He today is Trans Day of Visibility. He issued his first presidential proclamation, and he says, and I quote, "Today we honor and celebrate the achievements and resiliency of transgender individuals and communities." And he also goes on to say, I want to read this. Their trailblazing work has given countless transgender individuals the bravery to live openly and authentically. Excuse me.
Authentic.
This
Mhm.
That's okay.
thank you. This hard-fought progress is also shaping an increasing accepting world in which peers at school, teammates and coaches on the playing field, colleagues at work, and allies in every corner of society are standing in support and solidarity within the transgender community. I think this is
Wow.
really, I
Wow.
mean, for him to write that,
Wow.
that says a lot about him. That says a
Wow.
lot about how far along we have come. We still got a long way to go, but this is a
Mhm.
great first step.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he
Yes.
also
Yes.
rolled back Trump's era's military bans on transgender. So
Right.
I feel like if you want to go, have you any one of y'all been in a war?
No.
No.
I
No.
ain't been in a war.
Right. Right.
But if a
Right.
transgender person want to go and fight for this country,
Yep.
do
Do
it.
whatever. Right. Right. And
Yeah.
look, and take Pookie and them with you. Take
Oh,
Pookie
please
and
take because they just want to
baby.
jack
Take
your
Pookie.
damn cars. Oh,
Right.
Right.
Right. Yes. But no, congratulations to all of our transgender friends. This was a major move today. Even with me being a conservative man, I want everybody to have their individuality, be who they need to be. I was involved with somebody and I thought the situation was going to go one way. And I'll never forget this. We were on a plane ride back to Chicago when I was told that this person was wanting to transgender. And I it was just a lot at the time. That's a story I'll eventually have to tell.
Oh,
But
damn.
you know, that person ended up doing what they wanted to do, and they're living their life as a woman now. And I just think it's really interesting. So I don't know. And then when I do ask younger Black gay men why what I've heard from time and time is that women are treated so much better and women have more value on their life than men do, and especially when it comes to gay men. And I thought that was really interesting and deep, and it's actually something I'd like to go into and explore a little bit more about why Black gay men feel that way.
Wow.
Wow. But you know, it's a more interesting statistic that more Black transgender women are hurt, killed than any other ethnic
Yes.
in that realm, which is really even more so that that President Biden made this declaration and this
Right.
proclamation to
Yes.
honor the transgender community. So, because it seems like we're more affected in any realm, whether it's in
Right.
transgender,
It's everything.
LGBTQs, you know,
Just
plus
regular straight,
right,
heterosexual.
Yep.
everything.
You always at the
So,
right. You always at the bottom.
But you
yeah,
know what I've found over the years, that heterosexual Black men, if they like what they see, they become very much attracted to it. They just know that they like the beauty, the image, the whatever, and they necessarily may not know that that's really a man underneath. And I do know, and forgive me for saying it like that, I don't mean it in a vicious way. I mean it to be able to explain it to this audience. A lot of times it becomes a very dangerous situation, a very dangerous situation. And that's probably why Black transgenders have faced so much hate and problems and things like that, because I do know guys that are very much attracted to what they see and want it. And then when they figure out it has the same, autonomy, correct organs like they do, they are upset and mad about it. And that's where the violence comes in.
So that's where the conversation where you have to be open up front needs to happen in the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
that's kind of
before we
that's
even go down this rabbit
challenging.
hole.
But that's very challenging, Lady T, because you're meeting someone, you're trying to get to know them, and you're really just knowing yourself. So to be open and vulnerable, I understand both sides, but it's just for the woman, it would be very that I can see some challenges there. So it's not a good situation overall. It really
Right.
isn't.
That's true.
All right, girls. Well, what else we got to talk about tonight? There is a owner of a lounge, Copa Lounge in Cincinnati. judges the women by their hair when they come to his lounge. If you show up and your weave is busted, your lace front is showing, you've not done all the proper things to make your hair be fly and popping, he refuses you admission to his club. And Black Twitter, Black social media has cut him every kind of
Black Twitter. Somebody needs to do a book on Black Twitter only.
Right. They've let him have it about this hair thing. And so, ladies, do you think you should be judged by your hair to be able to go into a club or an establishment? Or, you know, what do you all feel? And did you all read the story about Mr. Man in Cincinnati?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you all think?
But that's his establishment.
Look, hey, Renee, I hear the attitude through the screen. Go ahead.
Wait, did you see her eyebrows go in like this? Because she about to read through left and right and up and down.
Look, she said, I read it. It. Now I'm ready to read somebody. Go on and read them, K. Renee.
Like a book.
Go on and read them.
Now, see, my audit compliance side about to come out right now, okay?
Right.
For obviously, see, there's some internal reason why he's probably doing this, because I'm sure some woman probably, you know, they probably had a relationship and she really showed who she was. Weave all messed up, you know, not looking her best. So he's going to just project that to all women. And so when you run a business, you can't be doing snit like that, okay? Because if you do snit like that... So let me just say this. If I walk up in there, I'm looking at Lady T, we keep our hair tight. But that may be, you know, in his eyes, you know, my curl may be the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And if he even not grant me admission, I wouldn't say anything. I just snap that picture, go on social media, tag a few things, probably call the local media and say, y'all need to just kind of investigate him, because I believe my rights have been violated. See, I know how to get you before you even get yourself. So answer your question, that snit is crazy. He's crazy.
Well, I think they need to put a moratorium on these damn eyelashes. Now,
my God.
Dude, if you judging for hair, you need to be clocking for them eyelashes too.
The caterpillars.
Honey, the snuffleupagus, the caterpillars, the wisp brooms,
and I wear lashes. Like, you see? Say over. Say.
Oh, those are your lashes?
I pay for them every 2 weeks.
Oh, but they look great. They look natural.
They look
natural.
That's what you're supposed to look like. Natural.
They don't look like you done had a caterpillar mating on your face.
But I have a mating on your face.
If they're gonna do that, then they can do nails. They can do all that. If he's gonna go there, then go there. But otherwise, he needs to shut the F up and keep it moving.
It's discrimination.
So my question is, like, how long has he been in business, and how long has this policy been going on before it hit the media? You know, how long has it been going on? How long has he been in business? Has it affected his sales, or, you know, his people coming in any shape, form, or fashion? Is he doing a social experiment? Because I want to know if the men are coming in here, how big they dick. I mean, you just certain little things that you just need to ask questions. Like, are you looking at women for their hair? What are you doing for men?
Okay, so here's the deal. A woman had booked a reservation for her cousin's birthday. Some of the women had traveled from out of town for the celebration. Myers, the person who made this, said she made sure to follow the strict dress code, because I guess he has a strict dress code. As they made their way to the security for ID check, the owner pulled them aside and explained their hair faux pas. He said that our cousin's lace front was visible and he didn't want us to come in. He said in a video right after they were in the entrance that the owner said that the crisscrossing, referring to it, just wasn't up to standards, that her hair just didn't look right for coming in his place. And I just think, you know, that's horrible. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And people
discriminatory.
It's
have given the
discriminatory. Like
place.
somebody could sue him.
Well, they've
And I'm
given him
sure
only a 1-star rating. They've only given him a 1-star rating. They
But
said,
he would.
how many people are
uh,
still going to his club? Somebody's
See
still
that
going to that club.
they need
That's
to
the
shut it
problem.
down. They need to
Right.
shut it down
he
DEA.
said
That's all I gotta say.
others noted that poor food quality, watery drinks, and less than upper crust atmosphere. And so they were saying that his place, because they have one of these lounges, I think in Indianapolis, because I've been to the one I think in Indy, and I don't know. A lot of these club owners be on BS though too. I most people that I know, and I hate to say this,
Then have a
because
private gentleman's club.
huh?
Then have a private gentleman's club.
right.
Right,
Don't make it
right.
public.
I don't know, but yep, he is refusing to let ladies in if your hair's busted.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, what else we need to talk about before we do our safety demo?
Did you hear about Tiger?
I love
Yeah,
Tiger.
what's
They
going on with
telling.
Tiger? They ain't telling it.
They ain't telling shit.
Tiger had a little Henny in the system. I think that's what it was.
What? No, Henny ain't his drug of choice. My boo Tiger like Xanax and Ambien. Get it straight.
Apparently, even though they did not, file charges against Tiger regarding that accident last month, but they're not saying what was really going on, citing
Because Tiger's money's got more money than we do.
citing privacy concerns. So now, now everybody gonna be like wondering, what did he do? What happened?
It's called-
What he caused?
it's
Well, of
called
course, we all know what it's called, money. Privacy
That's all it
concerns equal, hush money. But I read that, I was like, okay, now there's no woman in the car, so it couldn't be no woman,
could
giving
it
him
be
a
a
happy
man?
ending. So
Well, hello, people. Well, not people. Bryson. Who was the singer who had
Teddy,
the man?
Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy
Pendergrass.
Yeah, but I think it's no Teddy beat with Tiger. Did y'all see Tiger's documentary?
no.
No.
It was on HBO. Oh, that was good. Look
Was
at that.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiger ain't no
Okay.
joke. Mm-mm.
I believe it. And he's rose to that level of success and all of that. Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
The
But
higher
I
the level
think
of success, the more your proclivities are. You know what I'm
here's
saying?
what I
Love
also think. After his father, similar to Kanye, but Kanye went on the deep end. Once
Right.
Tiger's father died, because Tiger's dad was the militant, he kept Tiger in line. Once
Yes.
Daddy died, he was like, whatever. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, and the
That
hell with the consequences. So
Right.
I just believe that, and you're right, Art. The higher success you get, the proclivities come out, or you're more scrutinized, or you just try to keep it on the DL. So
Right.
And he just got to play. He was in a tournament like earlier that day, or
Mhm.
golfing. So yeah, something happened. And then I think I read a couple of weeks ago, they said that they can tell that his car he didn't hit the brakes on his car. So either that Ambien or that Xanax kicked in, during that time. It's California. They got plenty of coastal areas. Who knows?
Yes, they do.
But
Beautiful.
it ain't coming out.
areas.
You know what? Ursula made a valid point tonight. She said, what about all the years when the Limelight Club was selective about who they let in the club? And Ursula and I probably have a great story. When I first got into media and they were trying to be selective and wouldn't let us in one night, I think I remember this story. And I ended up finding out who the head person was. And baby, I let them have it. And you better believe we were granted entry into the Limelight. I mean, we all know Studio 54, any of those places have always done the discrimination thing. But to think that a black dude is discriminating against black women and their hair is just the even more crazier thing. And
He said, y'all, I'm not going to have no ragamuffins in my building.
Right. That's what that is, child. That's what that is.
That was there.
Huh?
I want to know what type of man was there. Like,
girl, please. Right.
Yeah,
busted.
If y'all got some gators on, like, bye-bye.
Well, that's Cincinnati, girl. Come on, that's Cincinnati now.
Oh,
you know they're going to have
their whole suit gonna match with the hat. Oh my God, they're gonna have those doggone socks with the doggone ribs in it that look like they just got out of Sunday church.
Right.
Oh,
What the song say? Gator belts and patty melts. Right.
Gator belts and
Right.
Patty Melts. I've been listening to
Gator
Biggie all
belts
day.
and patty melts, baby. That's what that is. No disrespect, Cincinnati, because I need to come visit soon. But we already know what that
They
is.
country.
Yeah, we know what that is. All right. Debbie Green said happy Trans Day. Happy Trans Day, you guys. Yes, very good. All right. As you guys all know, well, for those of you all that are just joining us, if you've been hanging out with us all evening, welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys. Tonight is our last show. We're on hiatus after tonight. I will be posting up the best of every night during the month of April. We'll be back in May with an all-new show, all-new format, different sceneries, just everything. It's going to be really, really great. We appreciate you guys' support so very much. On April 29th of 2020 is when this show started broadcasting on other platforms. Thank you to Javonda Lynn Donegan for being the source of inspiring me to continue this show. As you guys all know, I've announced that a new show is coming as well, too. It's called the Urban Global Travelers Series or Traveler Series. And that's where I will be taking you to introduce you to staycations here in Chicago and other cities. Be traveling around the country and eventually around the world to show you places that I think you would highly enjoy. And so we have a lot of different things coming, and we're going to add some other show. Don't rub it in, girls. Don't rub it. I got to go get one.
Well, you don't have a passport.
Girl, I've had several. I've had several. Read my lips. I'm a former flight attendant. I've had several.
Okay. After the call, I'm gonna send you an email. We're gonna get this taken care of. Like,
oh well, baby, we ready. We ready. Oh, as Tiffany Haddish would say, she ready. He ready. I just need to get it renewed. That's a whole nother. That was a part of the nervous breakdown. All of that. So just leave that where it's at. But yes, we're ready to get it back in order and do all of the things that are necessary. But the Urban Global Traveler Series will be coming very soon, and we'll be showing you some of the best hotels in Chicago, the Midwest, across the country, food, everything. I've been running my little promos and all.
That's why you've been running all over the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Where he go?
All right. So with us being a health and wellness show, we want to remind you guys the importance of wearing your mask. Believe it or not, one of our loyal viewers and a fan of the show, and she's been on the show before, Miss Alexis Nichelle, the Mystic Eye, she created me a Claymonics mask, and this actually says Chat Daddy. This is a beautiful mask. When I go on my vacation, I'm going to wear something to match it so you guys will be able to see it better. But the mask actually says Chat Daddy. And if you look, I'll be able to hypnotize you. And whether or not I have my good teeth in or not, you'll be madly in love with me. So keep looking at the mask. I'm hypnotizing you. And we want to thank Miss Alexis Nichelle. Remember, she was on for our Halloween show. And this is one of her wonderful masks that she had created, and it does say Chat Daddy. Thyteria, honey, I love yours. And K Renee, you know, I told you I love that black one. Now, Thyteria, I need that in my late night collection. That's late night.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
baby, that's late night for me, boo. That's late night. I gotta go get that. I gotta go buy that.
These masks, I have this one. I have another bad girl. I call it, these are my funeral masks, because y'all know I had to be cute at the funerals.
Right.
Then I had another one that's sitting over here. I'm gonna turn this one. Is it upside down? Yep, this one.
Yeah, see, the spike one is the one I like. The spike one, honey.
I be telling people whips and chains excite me. And when I saw that mask, I was like, I need this in my life. And can y'all believe all these masks came from
Akira?
That's
cute. What?
That's Akira, and you get the little thing to stick your little, what is this?
I need to go to Akira. Cool.
I told you guys the other night. And they're on sale.
We got somewhere to go. Look, I know Ursula watching, girl. I need that spike mask, Ursula.
The spike will go. Spiky fail.
Tomorrow.
And this one, and guess what? All your masks, they can use dual purposes, because you can use them outside and they can protect you in the bedroom.
No, that one gonna strictly be for the bedroom right there, baby. That's gonna be for the bedroom. We're gonna play games with that. All right, so we want to remind you guys to please make sure you wear your mask nice and tight, cover your nose and your mouth. This mask says Chat Daddy. I just love it. Nice and tight. I have a filter in it and everything. Some people are even double masking right now. We also want to remind you guys to please wash your hands. Soap and water is the best way to go. If you do not have soap and water, we ask that you please use sanitizer. On this show, we call ourselves the sexy sanitizers. Look at how that drips in my hand. Oh, beautiful. Right. Come on, girls. Nice and slow. Yep. Nice and slow. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Right. How we do that? Yes. All right. Yes. Oh, yes. Very good. You can find us on OnlyFans later on after midnight.
No, right?
if you want to subscribe, you can find us on OnlyFans. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Make sure your hands are nice and dry so you don't like candles, any of those things. I need a manicure. Yes, I do. And then here's the deal. We believe in social distancing. I'm a former flight attendant, so there are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft, 6 feet this way, 6 feet this way, and 6 feet that way. Okay, so 6 emergency exits. Remember that. 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. And most importantly, what we say on this show all the time, if you are not feeling well, if you feel like diarrhea, we ask that you do what? Keep your ass
in the house. That's the 11th commandment, ladies and gents.
Yes.
Ass in the house.
In the house.
And stay in that same room. Don't be roaming around the house. You don't need to spread that shit around the house. Stay your ass in one room. Let somebody knock on that door and give you, oh, please. I hope I found a husband too. Yes.
Yeah, well, I hope we all look. Everybody on here want a husband, I think. Oh, Lord, did K. Renee disappear? Lord, did she found a husband? Right. I said, Lord, everybody want a husband. And she just disappeared off the screen. Oh, right. What done happened, honey? Right. Okay. Cheryl Marie, hey, sure, we love you. You play night mass, baby. I love night mass. I've been in the night mass for a long time. I have. Ursula says she have the spike mask. Well, how come I don't have one? You know, maybe I didn't want it at the time. Yeah, I want one now. And then what does Debbie Green say? I need a mask and kiss with. Well, Debbie, I actually have a mask with a zipper on it. And I use it like if I go to a bar to eat or drink or whatever the case may be. So, right. Well, Ursula, wait, let me add K. Renee back.
We thought you done found your husband. Was like that?
Right. K. Renee, I said, look, we all need a husband, and you just disappeared. I said, well, maybe she don't want one. I said, well, maybe we done spoke something that she didn't want to have.
My internet went out. I was like, what? Oh, hell no.
Well, don't feel bad. You're not the only one. I know other people in your area, and mines have been going in and out. So we can already talk about the disparities of the South Side again. But yeah, we thought you ain't want no husband. We thought we got nervous.
We got nervous, clutching pearls.
I've been. You remember I was married before, so you know. Though that phase is over. I would love a husband because you know we have to have an understanding though for me to get married again.
Yeah, me
too.
Well, I mean, one, the DDW has to be resolved. We would have to have a conversation about the DDW. That's one. And then two, you know, he has to have all insurance paid, annuities. That's all, you know.
Annuities is
everything.
Stock options.
Okay, so wait, okay, go ahead, Thad, because I got so many questions, and we got a guest at 8:20, but I see we gonna be on the 9 o'clock tonight because I got many questions.
We on late to 9 o'clock with us. No,
right. We may be on the midnight, just the last show, right?
Last show. Let's keep. Hey, I got a whole thing of champagne. Let's keep it
look, I'm gonna black y'all out to go get me another bottle of wine. Okay, yes, go ahead.
No, I'm okay with the. You said the annuities. I think that is awesome and great. You want to make sure, especially as we get older, we want to make sure if anything happened to him, you never know what might happen in that bedroom and he won't wake up in the middle of the night. You need to make sure he's taken care of because insurance and funerals are expensive.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I need to make sure you write my name on those little things. Like, okay.
Right. And it has to be, you know, I don't want no forgery. I want to make sure it's authenticated, notarized and all that. But, you know, the more important thing is the intimacy. I mean, you know, just because I'm a woman of a certain season don't mean I don't like to do the do. I like to do the do. You know, now it's been Art would say, Karen, I can't believe you said it's been 4 years. So shit.
Oh, wait, time out.
4
years?
Okay, girl, I'm going to get another bottle of wine. Right.
I got hot. Taylor, come open up the patio door.
And we can rest, right? And we can send kids off to college. This whole show that went off the rails. So yes, she openly admits that it's been 4 years since she's had sex.
That's right.
And it's been a year, and I keep cleaning my ears out every day, like Lord. So I mean, I
did the deed during COVID, so
I
got COVID dick.
You know what, lady? We're gonna have to talk
I know
about
several people that did that
because it was too much. I mean, like it was too much. It was too much. You dealing with being locked up in a house. And
let me ask you this: was it worth the wait,
girl? I think I'm going to make a phone call after the show. Like, hi, how you doing?
I'm not mad at you, sweetheart. Get yours. But yeah, for me,
like you're young.
It's been a minute, sweetie.
So are you saving yourself for like?
No, I'm not saving. That's not it. I mean, I'm in the house. I have a certain yearning for certain things, and a lot of men can't bring it. They can't bring it to the table. Remember, I wrote the book called DDW, so a lot of men are very intimidated by a woman who knows what she wants and doesn't hesitate in going after it.
That is true.
So,
did you look at other races?
Oh, please. I've always been down with the swirl.
Okay, so we might have to go to Uncle Julio's and get a couple of swirls and see what's going on out here in this world.
In fact, Lady T, the last relationship I was in, when I was pregnant, I miscarried my daughter. She would have been biracial had she lived. Yep. Yep.
It's okay.
I feel like this, sweetie.
Well, do you have like a little prince at home?
Oh, I gotta take that now. Let's be clear. It's been 4 years, but I take care of me because I'd be a crazy itch if I didn't.
I can't use those. Like the little people.
I use it.
But you said we're gonna have a fun night tonight. This is the last show, so we might as well go.
Right, y'all will be back in May for sure when this show come back after we done ended tonight, baby. Y'all gonna be texting me tomorrow, like, okay, all right, ladies. Well, okay.
Not worry about censors.
Okay, well, all I know is that I am now on a journey of wanting to date better. Like I want to date a series of people right now. Date, not intimacy, but date, huh?
Look at The Bachelor. I hate The Bachelor. I'm so mad that I watched it. But like, and I kept thinking, I'm like, could I be in a situation where it's a dude dating a whole bunch of women? Oh, he might get a shot. I know me. I know I don't have it all. So I'm like, you dealing with what? Then it's like you lose control and then somebody's gonna die. So we can't have that. We need to let people know up front, like if you want to be a serial dater, I'm not the one for you.
That's right.
Well, look, all I can say is that, after this pandemic and people that are single, they're going to look at things much differently than before. Yeah. We used to have to worry about STDs. We used to have to worry about HIV and AIDS. And they still very much things that we're concerned about. Mm-hmm. But now more than ever, I want to make sure you've gotten the COVID vaccine. And then I have to shout out the New York health department. The New York Health Department actually put a guide out about how to have sex during the pandemic because well, there had been reports that bodily fluid could possibly contain COVID problems, and then it kind of made me wonder about husband and wives that were having sex with each other and people that never stopped having sex. Because I know people whose sex lives never changed. And then I know people that met people and got married during this pandemic. Yep. And so I'm just curious about those that do want to get back out here and date again and be a part of, you know, being in a relationship. And then some people out here are just tramps. I mean, you know, some people want to go back to being a tramp. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody didn't have a little tramp in them,
But,
you know?
Art, here's the thing. Some people already been tramps during the
They've
pandemic.
been
They haven't
Right.
changed.
during
Right.
and after. They all and they don't see nothing wrong with it. They don't see nothing wrong with it. I have a friend. He'll be 55 years old. Shout out to Mr.
No, you don't call him Mr. Girl. You call him Mr.
His name is Mr. So I met Mr.
Wait,
I was like, girl, you call him Mr.
His real name is Mr. Lady T.
No, do you know it took me like 4 years to remember his real name because I met him and called him Mr. I actually met him in Benny's on my way to Atlanta. It was a cute little story the way we met. Make a long story short.
You told me that
Right.
story. Okay, all right, ladies.
I'm so much younger, but I gotta tell you about Mr.
Right.
So Mr. He's the one that visits various clubs and not just in the city of Chicago, all around. So he goes to California, he's in New York, he goes to Florida. And for some reason, I have no idea why he tells me all his escapades. And I just sit there and like, listen, like, oh my God, you are a man whore. Like you are a gigolo. Like you are every song that Morris Day ever sung. But
wow.
But he's done it all through the pandemic. And like he just this is March. So in February, he was telling me he went to Florida. He was like, I was sending him articles about sex clubs. I'm like, I know you see the sex club had a COVID outbreak or whatever. He was like, that's the one I don't visit. I was like,
oh Lord. Okay, all right. So we need to shift gears here for just a moment. Once we conduct this interview, we're going to come back and continue our conversation. For those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys on this Wednesday night. Tonight is our last show before we go on hiatus. We'll be on hiatus until May. When we come back, new product, new displays, new everything. Don't worry, we'll be playing reruns every night. We'll be playing the best of the show. But tonight is our hurrah. My two amazing co-hosts, the woman who sits in the co-host seat each and every night, for the most part, is Miss Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge, sitting over there. We just love and appreciate her. Down in the box below, let me get this right, is Miss Thyteria Towns, Lady T. She was one of the first people we celebrated her birthday here on the show. She was our bachelorette when we did our whole bachelorette search. She's back here with us tonight to talk about her situation of contracting COVID after getting the COVID-19 vaccine shot. We've been hearing more and more stories about people who are testing positive for COVID even after getting their shots. And here we have a friend of ours to the show, a co-host, who actually had that situation to happen. All right. With that being said, we have two very special guests who are joining us tonight because we are a health and wellness show and we're all about how do we help people to be better people. Tonight, we have the president and CEO of Family Centered Educational Agency joining us. And we also have with us the Talent Search Project Director, Ms. Gabrielle Dillon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome these two amazing people, Dr. McKenzie and the fabulous Ms. Gabrielle Dillon. Yay!
welcome.
Yay! Are they both there?
Yes.
Very good. Glad to see you all tonight. Welcome to the show. We apologize for the segue tonight. What a way to come in and we talking about sex and you all are trying to help our young people go off to college. So we apologize. Y'all stepped in on a hot conversation, but it's a pleasure. Doctor, welcome to the show. Gabrielle, thank you so much for being here. Doctor, please introduce yourself. Tell us about your wonderful program and then we'll talk to you both about everything.
Awesome. Thanks for having us. My name is Dr.
Can they hear us?
McKenzie.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Family Centered Educational Agency. We have about 7 different programs, 4 college preparatory programs that are called Upward Bound and Upward Bound Math Science. And we also have 2 educational talent search programs. And Ms. Dillon actually directs both of those programs. We serve about 2,500 students annually and helping them to stay in school, graduate, and go to colleges and universities all across the country. And so we're out actually on conducting a virtual college tour right now of colleges in the South. We took a film crew, got our van together, took our COVID shots, Miss Towns, and and all of our vaccines and all those things. And we're actually filming different universities out here, and we're going to come back and reproduce that that footage, and then send it out to people who have a need or an interest to know, a need to know about colleges and universities, but can't travel right now. So that's what we are doing. And I'm in the lobby, so I'll continue to mute myself periodically because it's kind of loud in here. And
that's okay. We saw the elevator in the background. Look, we saw the elevator at that embassy suite. You enjoying them free cocktails. We already know where you at.
Absolutely.
We know you got to put the mask back on, all of that. We know, yes,
right,
amen.
Right, okay.
Well, Doctor, it is a pleasure to have you here. I thought what a great idea, because we really do want our juniors and seniors to think about their future, think about college. This is really a beautiful time for these young people, and to not be able to do that tour, I'm sure is heartbreaking. Miss Dillon, so glad to have you here tonight. Let's talk about your role, what you do, and you in a nice hotel room, I can tell. Look, it looks good. Yes.
You nosy.
Yeah, very nice hotel room. So once again, my name is Ms. Dillon. I am the director of TRIO Talent Search Programs for the Family Centered Educational Agency. And what I do is I just kind of help facilitate the program coordinators and the outreach specialists in helping to service students, creating different things that we can do, different initiatives to help our students within our community.
Beautiful. So now, what made you guys come up with this whole virtual tour? Whose brainchild was this? Because I think it's just the most innovative thing ever.
Well, actually, it was we conduct these tours every year. We normally conduct maybe 2 college tours in the spring and 1 college tour in the summer, and then we do various smaller college visits throughout the school year. So we all were just thinking about what can we do in the place of our normal activity. And so we decided that this would be the best option for us to do, because so many young people are constantly asking for information about scholarships, information about colleges and universities. And so I said, let's just get out here and go get it and then bring it back to them. And so Gabby, being the forward-thinking director that she is, she pulled her team together and they mapped out the entire tour, and we took off in our van, and I call it my wagon, and with our film crew, and we just started videotaping different colleges. Gabby can probably tell you more about the different schools that we're visiting while we're out here.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we are hitting up 8 schools in 5 days. So we are currently in day 3. We've been to Mississippi State, Jackson State University. Today we went to the University of Alabama. Tomorrow we'll be going to Morehouse, Spelman, Clark Atlanta. And on Friday we'll be going to Fisk, Tennessee State, and Vanderbilt. So we're hitting quite a few schools in just a few days. So really, really excited about what we're going to be bringing back to students. And I really, really feel like it's incredibly important to showcase to students the options that they have, right? We service students primarily in the South suburbs, maybe a few minutes outside of Chicago, as well as having a program in Inglewood, Chicago. So a lot of those students, sometimes they only see what's in Illinois as opposed to other schools that they can go to that may be a better match for them.
That's awesome. I think this is such a great opportunity for our kids, especially in the middle of a pandemic. And the rates of students going to HBCUs has increased tremendously, especially with what was going on with the climate of our world, with the past dude that was in office. So I applaud you guys, but I'm sort of mad at you guys because y'all went to the University of Alabama when Alabama State's in there right in Montgomery. Y'all got to drive through I-65 to go to I-85 to take you right across the street. I'm just saying. ASU.
And what about Alabama A&M? I mean, my mom went to Alabama A&M. You couldn't go to Huntsville?
My auntie graduated from A&M. But my grandma went to Alabama State when it was Alabama Teachers College.
Y'all couldn't go there or Tuskegee? Like, come on.
There's so this was the start of our initiative, and so we just had a staff meeting where we said, listen, we have to continue this. So we're going to create we've already created a YouTube channel, and we're going to continue to do visits throughout the year, and hopefully it's something that will continue even after the pandemic is over, because information is key. And there's like you just said, there's so many great institutions out there, and we need to share this information. And a lot of our HBCUs have low budgets; they can't travel like they want to or need to, and so we brought a really a professional film crew with us. My son is with me. He graduated from DePaul with his degree in cinematography. We have drones. We have all kinds of other wireless lapel mics, and we're visiting, we're interviewing presidents, directors of financial aid offices, and everything. So we're going to give a really holistic view of these college campuses and what they have to offer. And so we're not through yet. So be patient with us.
Don't worry. I'll make sure I give you the name of the president of Alabama State University, who's a member of Omega Phi Phi, Quentin, and as well as the director of admission. Are you a Q too?
No.
I'm like, oh my gosh, so I'll make sure I give you Quentin's information, as well as the mayor of Montgomery, Alabama, is an African-American man. He graduated from Morehouse, Joey Reed. So there's so much history in our HBCUs, and I want all our babies to please attend our HBCUs.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. And Thyteria, we black folks, honey, so you need to put a little gas money in there too. Put a little gas money in there.
Yeah,
we need to buy travel cards, gas money, whatever it is. We want these people to be able to continue to do this project. This is great.
And are you guys a nonprofit organization or for profit?
We are a nonprofit organization, yes.
Oh, good. There's so much resources out there for you. So yeah, I'm gonna get the information, and I can make sure they get connected with some great people.
Awesome.
So now, how do we find out more information? How can we get more young people involved? Is there anything that you guys need for us to do on this end? Because I'm definitely going to invite you back when you want to draw more young people in, or when your project is finally finished. We'll definitely have you back. What do we need to do to help support you guys at this point?
So a good way to support us is to, one, follow us on our social media. So we do have the YouTube channel, which is where the final product from the tour will be posted. So you can pretty much follow us on FASEA Trio. That's FCEA TRIO. FASEA Trio, it'll come up. You'll get a chance to see the first tour that we actually did at Illinois State University a few weeks ago. And then once the actual tour from the South comes out, you'll get a notification about that and be able to watch it. You can also follow us on Facebook as well. Same thing. It is also FASEA Trio. And that's a good way to just kind of keep up with us and what we're doing. The great thing about us is we don't have pockets of time where we're not doing something. We're always active, always working with students, always trying to figure out different initiatives to help them. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Follow us so you can keep up with what it is that we're doing.
Very good. Love it. We even had a question from one of our viewers tonight. She wants to find out information about scholarships for foster children, children that are in foster care. So since you gave out your information, maybe you guys can help her with that. She's doing a wonderful program to help our foster children who are oftentimes left behind and not offered the opportunity.
Awesome. So the really cool thing about Trio Talent Search is that we focus quite a bit on financial literacy and helping students locate scholarships. So what we can do for her is I can send my email and she can reach out to us and ask any questions that she has.
Okay, very good.
They
All
used
right.
to give the state used to give a lot more money to children in foster care. Now they've dwindled it down a little bit to about, I think, 200 children per year. But if she needs to get her application filled out quickly. She needs to indicate that she's in foster care, and she needs to pick an institution that's in the state of Illinois in order to use the scholarship. If she goes to one of these other schools that we've talked about, she'll lose that because the award is not portable. It can't go across state lines. You understand? So, but yeah, we need to get her connected as quickly as possible so that we can, give her all of this information and other information that she'll find to be important.
That's awesome. Great job.
That's excellent.
Well, thank you.
How long normally does the tour last? Is it 7 days, 8 days, 10 days?
Oh, I'm getting older. See, I know I look young, I look fine, girl, but I'm old. I've been doing this since 1988.
Whoa.
And these tours normally last no longer than 5 days. I took about 80 students one year on a 7-day tour, and I like to lost my mind. We try not to stay out any longer than 5 days at a time. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, we wish you both the best. God bless you. Thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. We apologize about the wild conversation beforehand. You all have lended a spiritual calmness to the show now, so we appreciate you all.
I would love to come back after you come back off of your hiatus and have a conversation about sex on college campuses, because that's a real serious topic, and a lot of information is not shared about what happens. And I mean, some of our colleges have actually experienced serious pandemics before the pandemic when it comes to sexually transmitted diseases and other things like that, because of the large number of students that are very promiscuous. And so we got to talk about it. We got to share information with parents and everything. That's something that they don't even think about when they're sending their kids away, but they need to send them away armed with information so that they can make good choices.
Absolutely.
You are so right. And I want to just piggyback with him with this one. I think Ms. Green, one of your viewers, mentioned about no one's talking about how many of our Black boys are being blamed, accused of raping or having sex with these white girls. And then they blame them later on and said that there was rape. And these kids are going through jail time. I have a friend now who cannot come back to the state of Illinois, and this happened on his college campus. I don't know how many years ago. And because he didn't want to have a relationship with the girl, that she claimed, she said that he raped her. And it's something as recent as yesterday. I had a parent call me, telling me about her son who's graduating now. Thank the Lord, he had a good attorney. How many people can afford, a Johnny Cochran type of attorney to make sure that the charges are dropped? So that is huge on our college campus, especially not our African-American campuses, HBCU campuses, but more of our PWI campuses.
And it happens more often than we know. And we have to share, especially, during this COVID time. These kids are on these campuses, but they're in their dorm rooms. And they're bored to death. And so then all of this trauma, and a lot of our children, who come from certain neighborhoods and communities, and they go to predominantly white institutions, they're not ready for that cultural shift and change. And so they're not armed with, again, the communication tools on how do you communicate with people there when you're frustrated and you're trying to defend yourself and you're trying to explain what's going on. They handle it in the way that we handle it in the street, and it doesn't work in that environment. And so we find ourselves going through a lot of other trouble and hardship. So, yeah, we got to talk, guys, when time permits.
You have an open invitation, because when we come back in May, it's graduation, prom season, summertime, and that is the conversation I want to have. That's what we do on this show, is to keep people informed. You're absolutely right. I've learned as a Black man that if I'm in certain situations and go to express myself, I seem to be angry, upset, bitter, and people don't realize that's just the way we express ourselves or how we talk and people oftentimes think we're being aggressive or hostile or whatever
Right.
the case may be.
Right.
Yes, Doc, you have an invite to come back. Miss Dillon, I hope you come back as well too, but you can definitely share that message on this show, because I think it's imperative that our young people and families understand that just because you have somebody going to college does not necessarily mean they're socially ready for the world. So I agree with you on that.
Absolutely.
And you know what?
Well-
And May 1st is College Decision Day. It should be like
Yeah.
everyone's making their decisions. So that'd be a great
Yeah.
segue for one of your May, beginning of the May shows.
Yep.
Would love
Well,
to,
thank you,
love
Doc.
to come
I
back.
don't know if
All
we-
right.
Yeah. Okay, Doc, we appreciate you so much. Dr. McKenzie and Ms. Gabrielle Dillon, thank you guys so very much. God bless you. Have a safe trip and get back, and we'll see you both in May. Thank you so very much and have a great night. That
Thank
was
you,
great.
guys.
Thank you again.
Bye,
Don't
guys.
forget to wear your mask.
that was
That was
incredible. That
good.
was incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, that was good, ladies. Wow.
That was really good.
Thank you for helping us through the the digital thing. That's why we switching platforms soon, honey. You know I disappeared several times during the interview.
But hey, you came right back on in and everything worked its way
I
out.
know. Isn't
So
that
we
amazing?
even know.
Isn't that amazing? I know how to maneuver. Right. People would think it's my internet. Right. So, ladies, that was great. That was a great conversation. Yes. Excellent topic for May. All right, ladies.
Yes.
Where were we? What were we talking about? I didn't get to go get my wine, but that's okay. I'm drinking water now. I'm trying to turn the water into wine. Right.
Jesus did that too. So I have a cord.
I know he did. I know he did. And I don't have on. I have on
It's a
no
better-
bloody shoes tonight.
Right. That takes us back
I
to our
have-
first conversation.
Right. So what were we talking about before we stopped and became Christians again?
Yeah, we
You know what?
Sex.
We were talking about
but
intimacy.
Christians have sex too.
Yes, they
Huh?
do.
I said Christians have sex too, but then she said intimacy. I like the way she
Yes,
said
Christians have
intimacy.
sex. They do.
See.
I don't know if it's as exciting sex as other people. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Did you-
it might
you
be
did
like
not finish
vanilla
Aretha
sex.
Franklin's. You didn't see Aretha Franklin's daddy and
Hello,
Cynthia Rivas
CL,
girl. CL
Yeah.
is no joke.
He wasn't no. He, you know, I'm not gonna talk about the Departed, but you know, CL was a.
They showed it on
They say
TV.
They say Papa was a Rolling Stone. CL Franklin.
You do maneuvering.
Baby, I be maneuvering. I be driving this bus, baby. I be driving. Look, if nothing else, as a talk show host, I know how to take it and shift it and take. Look, I don't know how to drive stick shift, but I know how to drive a show. I know how to drive a show. Please, I know how to drive a show.
Yes, you
Half
do.
the stuff we talk about, right? I have to apologize to the guests. Like, listen, this ain't the nastiest show you ever seen, but it was good.
No.
It was right. And
It's good, and we're truthful.
Right.
We're telling the truth, and we're being honest. And that's what's
Exactly.
wrong with people. They're not
They're
being
not
honest
honest.
with themselves. Like
Exactly.
I love
No.
when Karen talked about, having standards and having certain metrics that a person have to meet. Hell, we meet it at work every single day. Why can't you have it in a relationship? So
That's
you
right.
don't go
Right.
for that.
yes, yeah. Okay, so Maria said Christians get it in.
I
Baby.
know they
She
do.
said they get it in. I hope they do.
But it's Holly Week.
But-
But wait a minute. All right. Remember we had a topic about Suzanne Summers. Now I'm sure she's
Yeah.
Christian. She's been married for 40 years. What she do?
Right,
Oh,
She
Suzanne
Right.
said something.
Summers and Jane Fonda. Remember, Jane
Thank
Fonda did it
you.
in the
I'm
80s.
sure.
Right.
I'm sure Jane believes in something.
You know
She
what I
Buddhist.
love the other night? The other night when we had the legendary Miss Candace Jordan on and we brought that
Yes.
subject up. And I love how she stayed politically correct. But when I said the fact that Suzanne Summers was having sex 3
She
times a
believed
day
it.
before noon, he was like, child, please. Right. That's right. I mean,
I believe it.
that's right. She basically was like, child, please.
But men do it. Like if men get out there and they're having just like I look at people like my father who old as Methuselah and still popping babies out. And I'm 45. So if it's men out there that's still popping babies out and getting it in, women can get it too.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with it. We're all
Yeah, nothing
human.
wrong with that. Yes, I want to be able to have a healthy sex life until I can't anymore. You know what I'm
Until you
saying?
can't.
But
Same
Right.
here.
right. Yes. Okay. All right.
Because in the
Ladies, what
end,
else
we
we
had
need
these
to talk
guys-
about?
We gotta talk about how I tried to order me some food from Uber Eats this morning. They told me that they didn't have nobody in my doggone neighborhood, but all the doggone chicken places and everything else that want to be fried, I can get it. And I don't want no fried food. Sorry.
Okay. So we do need to address an issue that is now starting to become a huge problem for residents of the South Side.
Yes.
All three of us on this show are residents of the South Side. We each live in different respective communities, but when you look at it, it's the South Side.
That's right.
Today, I normally take car service. I normally take cabs, whatever. I made a reservation at 9:45 this morning for an 11 a.m. cab. I could not even get a cab until 10 minutes after 12. I was already late for my lunch appointment. I paid $30 from the South Side to Hyde Park in a cab today. I mean, in a Lyft. Now, remember, Sunday, it was $43. K. Renee had a crazy situation, and here Lady T was trying to order food and couldn't get it. What is the problem? Why are we having such bad service? Because it's really starting to turn me off about the South Side again. You know what I'm saying? I was loving my place, my atmosphere, but I'm starting to get turned off because of the lack of transportation. K. Renee, what do you think?
I don't even want to think about this because I go into a dark place because it pisses me off. I think it's time to have a conversation with our alder persons as well as, again, it needs to be brought out in the media because for some reason, I mean, we know regarding the car services being on the South Side, the uptick in carjackings, and I feel for those drivers, both Uber and Lyft, who have to rely upon this profession for their livelihood, and they're being subject to violence, but at the expense of a community who desperately needs their services. I think it's just it's asinine to me.
That's true.
And I think it just needs to have more visibility in a different manner because apparently I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I've heard there are not enough drivers. Of course, the uptick in carjackings. Folks are just, they're scared. All this. Well, they need to do something about it. Uber and Lyft needs to, hire more people. Give them an incentive, but you're really making it a disservice to a community who desperately needs it. There's a lot of seniors who probably don't drive, who rely upon car services. And, when I take a car service, it's usually during the day. I'm not going to take a car service at night. I'll be in the house.
Right.
And if I have to be out, I will rent a car maybe once or twice a month. And then because I'm not going to be trying to, keep a car in my possession. But enough is enough. And
that's right.
Let's not talk about the mail.
She still ain't got no mail in 2 weeks.
We ain't gonna talk about the mail, baby.
Let me give you an update. I did get one letter today.
Just one.
And it was the letter that I needed to get, meaning my, what everybody else supposed to be getting after President Biden signed. So
I ain't got my stimmy. They ain't gave me no stimmy.
I said, I'm going to get one letter today. I know what the letter was. I said, okay, Lord, thank you. But it's been almost 2 weeks, ladies and gents, that I have not received my mail. I have called the Postal Service customer service line over 20 plus times. They know my voice. Oh, hi, Miss Mason. What? You didn't get your mail? No.
You want to know how bad it is? So my sister is a shout out. Hey, Melissa. She's she's not a carrier. She works in the mail thing. Not on this side of town.
She works downtown.
She's not downtown. She's like by she's west, but not the west side. I can't think of the name of by Bogan. It's whatever over there. So my sister had a baby. My niece is now 17, 18 months or whatever. My sister went back to work breastfeeding her baby. They did not have a facility for her to pump privately so she can at least get her milk. We ain't even worried about that. We over that. Let's talk about how people are not working. So my sister she just turned 30, 31 years old, 29, 30, whatever. That generation can't pass no damn drug test. She can, but it's not too many people like her that can pass a drug test. They can't keep people hired. They don't want to come to work. Matter of fact, my sister comes to work. I can call her at 3:30 in the morning. She's on her way to work. She does double and triple shifts because people don't go to work. She making damn near probably more money than me working at the damn post office on overtime because people don't want to go to work. So that's one of the biggest roots of our problems within our community. These people ain't going to work.
Right.
And I listened to the conversations the other day, and she's talking again. That post office be off the doggone chain. I'm like, what the hell, y'all kicking it? Y'all better get these people mail they stuff. And then you're dealing with, that's just one aspect, just to get the people to sort the mail and do whatever. The rudeness of the customers that come up in there. So they're hot and they spewing venom. And she's sitting there like, she said she did the window one day. One day she said she'll never have to worry about me doing the window again. She said, your cousins. I said, well, they're your cousins too, boo. But they are so rude and people spitting on them. And it's like such a doggone. Right. No. This is stuff we don't hear about.
Don't be spitting now. Don't be that crazy.
Right. And I'm like, y'all, if they were a federal employee, I was like, you can call the police and they go to jail. But it's like they're quasi-federalism.
Quasi, exactly.
Right. So we need to want people to, go ahead.
Go ahead, babe. Continue. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that we need to get, these people need real jobs, but you can't be smoking marijuana and coming in high going to fucking work. You need to come to doggone work, and they know if they don't go to work or they get fired, they get unemployment. So it's too many people out here that rather go get a check and sit on their ass to get a check than to get their ass to go to work. So I blame this whole damn this new age group. They don't want to work. That's why, and then all the older people, they're retiring. They're like, fuck this, we don't need to deal with this no more.
And then I was told that a lot of them that come to work, the ones that do get the post office jobs, a lot of them come and commit fraud, con artistry, taking stuff, clipping people's mail. And I was told that this is not a black or brown. This is not a black or brown thing. This is a people thing. This is people of all races, that they get these jobs and that they doing all kind of credit card fraud and BS because they getting people's mail. And look, like Kay Renee's father worked for the post office for over 30 years. Back in the day, a job at the post office was considered, are you kidding me, child? I got family members mad to this day. That's right. You're not a postal worker. How come you ain't whatever? But to this new demographic, they're not trying to work at a post office in a place like that. Right. No. I know young people that
all day and drink the Mollies and stuff. I would love to stay in the house and drink champagne on a daily basis. Yes. But guess what? I need to use this up here so I can make some money so I can continue to buy champagne. Can't do that. At 5 o'clock.
Lord have mercy. Look, she said this is a story that I was told too. She said that somebody told me a story about an employee that stole 400 stimulus checks and can't nobody confirm that.
Keep it up. Hold on, take a picture, send it to my sister. Hold on, I'm about to send it to my sister.
Right. Honey, look, I was told that too. I was told that it's so much con artistry and foolishness going on that you wouldn't even believe it. And it's just not black and brown people, it's across the board. And that's exactly what did you get a picture? Did you get it?
I did. I sent it to her. I said, is this true? But the problem is this is like this fast money generation. They all want to be scammers. Right. Everybody want to be a damn scammer. And I mean, we could talk a whole nother story about the scammers that I know. And I sit there and like, why? Think about somebody doing that to me, your auntie. Just think about somebody taking my doggone identity. I remember when someone stole my identity and I'm sitting in the house every single day and they're trying to get doggone, unemployment. I'm like, how the fuck you trying to get unemployment on me? I went livid. Like I tried to kill people because they took my doggone identity. And then when you call me,
I got something better for you. Look, I got something better for you, T. Someone was taking my mother's identity and she's been gone for 11 years. When I saw the letter coming to my house and I saw my mother's name, I said, see, if I had a car, that term going postal, I was about to go postal on somebody. I said, this don't make no sense. How you gonna try to take a dead woman's identity? I said, no, we're not having that. No. no.
Damn.
So
Mhm.
it just really
Right.
it's amazing. You know, these
Honors.
scam artists regarding the
Mhm.
COVID, you know, you get your card. They're doing duplicate cards to make sure they don't want to take
Right.
the test. I'm like, this is
Right.
ridiculous.
Yep. That's why they
This
saying
is
you
the
should not
generation.
show your COVID card, any of that. Now,
No.
So I don't know, ladies. But I know one thing. I just text somebody at a TV station now because a story really does need to be done on
We
why
need to
the
call
South.
Sam Chapman. I look at her every morning
Yeah,
at 4:30.
I do
I'm
too.
getting ready to
Sam
talk
needs
to
to
a
be on
couple
our
of people
side.
about it. Yep, I'm getting ready to talk to a couple of people about it because it is really sad
That's
and
bad.
horrible. And
We
when the
need to
cab
call
comes,
Sam Chapman. Sam on your side. Y'all got Sam number? We're gonna have to inbox her on
Right.
Facebook.
677
Right.
tip. I know that's
Right.
her number.
Yes,
312
we gonna tell
677
Sam.
tip.
She
Yeah,
always got those
it's
white people
horrible.
on there. She needs some black people that's really dealing with this in the doggone community.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, my blood
Yep.
pressure went up. I'm gonna have to check my blood pressure machine.
Our good friend Lynn Klein, you guys put a great comment up there, and it actually was after we got past the subject. But Lynn said that sex is good for your health, which I agree, Lynn.
Oh,
I think I
amen.
agree.
Amen. All
Yeah,
day
I
long.
agree. I
I
think
mean,
that's why my
mental,
arthritis is so
physical,
bad.
Wait,
emotional.
let me tell you, the skin just glows. Your nails get long. The hair just all that. Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
full agreement with that. Full agreement.
Right. She said people who have sex live
Live
longer.
Amen.
And honey, I plan on living until eternity. So yes, I
How old are
plan
you?
on living until eternity, huh? Yes. Yes.
I
So
like that. And you just need
yes,
sex
Lord.
free. Was it stress-free sex?
Yes.
Have it and not dealing with all these extra little things that you gotta deal with.
Exactly.
Oh my God, are we gonna be boyfriend or girlfriend? Are we gonna do this? Dude, just do it. Have it. Have fun. Let it go. Give a
Right.
little hug, go home.
Right.
Oh, look, we love Maria. Maria, she said, listen, y'all, what she say? She said, but y'all should see my butt after I've been dating this Christian for a while.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it tones your muscles. It does. That's why I gotta get back in.
Yes.
Right. I
Wait, my brain was
in
the opposite way. Hold on, my brain was the opposite way. I thought she, sometimes they had brought that whips and chains, and you got the whip marks and stuff like that.
No, look, I want my full vaccine to kick in.
Yes.
I know I'm pure as the driven snow, and I'm ready to go through. Look, and Ursula texted me and said I tried to buy you that mask, and you said it was too much, but I didn't know I needed I needed more of my nighttime collection. My nighttime collection needs that studded mask.
Yes.
So,
wait a minute, you got doggone Louboutins with doggone studs on it. You can wear doggone masks with Louboutins. I got pictures with you.
I could. You're
So don't
right.
get it
I could wear
twisted.
it with my Louboutins. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely
Thank
right.
you.
Oh, baby, you know my shoe
Thank
collection.
you.
know
It's
my
a
shoe
fashion
collection.
statement.
I love you.
Yes.
That's right. You know I wear the
It's a
red
fashion
bottoms and
statement.
blood shoes.
Bloody
Yes.
shoes.
I love wearing masks anyway. It's cool. I do. All right, ladies. Anything else we need to talk about before we leave tonight? This has been an amazing show. What a great way to end the year.
Time out. What she saying?
Right.
Got on your knees. Go back.
Wait, we
Something
need to have Maria on the show when we come back. Right. We might have to have Maria to help us talk about sex on the show, and how it all works. We're gonna have a lot of great shows in May, you guys. I promise you that.
This is amazing.
All right,
Oh my
ladies,
goodness.
let's get out of here.
No, why? I thought it was going to midnight.
Wait, girl, my bladder won't hold to midnight. My bladder won't hold to midnight. I only got so many minutes on my internet, girl. Right?
Oh my God. I love you guys so much. This has been such a
you,
beautiful
Lady T.
evening of great conversation with wonderful friends. We talked about
Yes.
health. We talked about sex. We talked about education. And it all is due because of you, Art.
Yes.
Thank you so much for giving us this wonderful platform.
Absolutely.
And congratulations and happy early anniversary
Yes.
on
Thank
your
you.
show.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you all for the wonderful feedback. Candace Lewis said, great show. Gonna miss you guys. Have a great break. Thank you so much, Candace. We really appreciate you. Lynn Klein, that's my new friend and my fellow Luther South alum. I owe Lynn a phone call. We'll talk while I'm on vacation. I've got to go up to Wisconsin and visit Lynn one day. Debbie Green, we appreciate you. You've been here for us since day one. We love you, Debbie.
Yes.
We really appreciate you. We really do. Maria, don't worry about them typos, girl. We love you. That's what we do on this show.
That's right.
Oh, thank you, honey. We love you. We hope your life and day gets better. And Jeff Green, thank you guys so very much. Yes, we appreciate you all. I really do. And just thank everybody for supporting this show. Just an idea we thought we would come up with. Turn the second room into a studio, and here we are a year later, and it's been great, and we've survived COVID. And the main reason why my life changed was because of COVID, and then COVID allowed me to, you know, be blessed in the situation. So we good. God is good. Lady T, give everybody your closing thoughts tonight, my dear. We're so glad that you're feeling better. You look great. You about to give Beyonce a run for her damn money.
Did you see that Instagram today? Oh my God. I was like, okay, now it's Chanel. Like, okay, I ain't got no stimulus money. Some coins together for
You're right. Girl, go ahead. Give your closing thoughts. We love you.
Oh, I love you all. Thank you to our wonderful Chat Daddy for giving us this great platform just to be ourselves and be expressive and creative. Number two, thank you for all your wonderful listeners who's been out there day in, day out, giving their feedback and their love and support. Everyone just be safe out here. I know Chat Daddy's going to go on his hiatus. Be safe out here. Make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you wash your hands, and make sure you keep people away from you. We don't know where this virus is coming from. It can attack you anywhere. And just want to make sure that we just stay in prayer. So thank you again. I love you both.
We love you too, boo. We really do. That was great. That was excellent. Madam K. Renee, go right ahead and give your closing thoughts tonight.
Oh my goodness. I didn't want it to end, but I know it has to, because you need to all of us need to get our rest and get, replenish our spirits in order to get ready for May. But Art, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just so proud of you. You continue to be magnificent, even in this hiatus. Because of you, I was able to meet another sister, which, even though you're going to be on hiatus effective tonight, I still do my show, my podcast, Candid Conversations with K&K, this coming Friday, which we're going to have a Chef Daryl Johnson. And he's going to give us some good Friday recipes for the Easter holidays. He's from New Orleans. So as you know, as Kim says, from anytime you say the word New Orleans, you're going to gain 10 pounds. So be sure to tune in this coming Friday night at 9 p.m. on Facebook Live with K&K or Kim Coleman. I'm just my heart is full. I would look forward to May. And before we leave, I got to give my nugget. And this nugget is original from yours truly. Remember, a person's true wealth is measured by the relationships he nurtures. And that's Wise Words Wednesday. # authentic relationships are priceless.
Yes.
I do. I love you. That was great. That was excellent. It really, really was. Listen, you guys, thank you just so very much for all your love and support. The reason for this hiatus again is that we have to find a new broadcasting system that is able to accommodate more guests. We even want to have the capabilities where we'll have taped interviews. A lot of times I can get celebrities, but because of the time and us being live, we appreciate you guys. If nothing else, go to YouTube, have people subscribe to the Real Chat Daddy Show. I need about 500 more people to subscribe within the next month. If that's the case, YouTube will help to finance the show. It's a lot of logistics, and it all is based on people supporting the show by likes, getting other people to like the show. And when we come back in May, I promise you guys, it's going to be even better. We're going to turn up the heat and have a lot of just great things on here. And you all's feedback has just been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'll put up shows every night so you guys can see the rerun shows. I want everybody to have a wonderful Easter. This coming Friday is Good Friday.
Sunday is Good Friday.
Huh?
I'm a bunny on Good Friday. Well, you know,
I know you are.
But I'm fat. But I'm gonna be like a real bunny, and she a cute bunny. She's gonna be pink and all this other stuff. So I love being a bunny. But I want to say too, hey, K Renee, you got over 1,000 friends on Facebook. That's Harriet Towns. That's me. You got over 1,000 friends on Facebook. Let's hit our friends up and say, hey, I need you to follow Chat Daddy Show. We should have it by.
Uh-oh. Did she freeze?
No, I was saying that we should tell our friends to follow Chat Daddy so we can get your 500. That's easy. Let's do this.
We can do this.
All right.
Babe.
I need 500 more people to like the Real Chat Daddy Show page on YouTube. Please, 500 more people to like the show on YouTube. While we're on break, we're going to develop a lot of things. I'll be doing lives on Facebook. I'll be, doing a couple of things that I'm able to engage the audience while we're gone. I love you guys so very much. I really appreciate everybody who's been a co-host, a guest, the celebrities, the PR people. The food has been amazing on the show. It's so many people I need to thank, but we're only going to be gone until May. It's not like forever, but I just want to wish everybody the best. I really do. Yes. Happy Holy Week to everybody. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so very much. I really, really do. It's amazing what God can do in you through a disaster and a misfortune.
Yes. Look at D Nice.
Keep that in mind.
Look at D Nice.
I had a meeting today. That's funny you mentioned D Nice, and something he said no to was offered to me today. So something he said no to was offered to me.
Oh, gee, look at God. Look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Something that D Nice said no to was offered to me.
Man means for harm, God means for good. And that was by my mother. She always said that.
Yep.
What man means for harm, God means for good. Don't ever forget that, chat. Don't ever. You know who you
the
are.
one thing. Yeah, the one thing that I've always said about this global pandemic, my heart has been very heavy with the number of people who have lost their life, lost their loved ones, all of that, the number of people who have been COVID positive. But the hell that I had been going through before this pandemic was killing me anyway. So I do believe God allowed me to rejuvenate and energize myself and do all of the things that are necessary to move forward. And it took a pandemic for me to realize my own value.
Wow.
Amen.
Yeah, it really did. So yes, absolutely. All right. Well, before we start crying, because I see the watershed. I see the watershed. I do. I really do. On behalf of my two amazing co-hosts, the phenomenal Miss Thyteria Towns, better known as Lady T. Lady T. Yes, Debbie Green, we are Scorpios, and baby, we rise from our own ashes. Every time somebody done tried to kill me, I rise from my own ashes. And I told somebody the other day, a fortune teller told me years ago, she said, you gonna outlive everybody who has ever done you wrong.
Yes.
And I actually have stood over the coffin of 6 of my exes.
Wow. Oh.
You a good one to go to the funeral, because I'm a Gemini. I be
trying. Baby, I have to make sure you dead. Sugar, I have to make sure.
And I'm a Virgo, so I know what he's talking about. I'd be like, okay, that's the receipt right there. Come next.
Baby, 6 of them are gone, and I've been able to stand over the coffin of most of them. And when I stood over the coffin of most of them, everybody in the place said, you look fabulous, you look amazing. And if it was the wintertime, I had some kind of dead animal on me, honey.
Gotta keep a dead animal on you. Gotta keep a dead animal.
Slayed. I walked in and had the dead animal dragging the floor, honey, and said, oh, dead, huh? Dead. And
just dead.
Dead. You dead. Oh, I did. One, my friend said, "Did you just cuss the corpse out?" I said, "Did?" She said, "Yeah, but it was so gracious and elegant." She said, "I heard it." She said, "I heard it, but you know, yeah." But I was
He was like, "You so and so bastard."
yes, yes, amen. Yeah, no, I 6 people that I've been in relationships, I've stood over their bodies and said, "Wow, this show didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go."
Wow.
All right, Lynn Klein, you're absolutely right. Maya Angelou says, and I
We
stand.
rise.
That's right.
That's
We
right.
rise. That's right. We
That's
rise.
right.
We rise. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been amazing. On behalf of Cytherea Towns and the amazing Miss Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge, Miss Kim Coleman,
Yes.
you just name it. Just great people. It's been a wonderful year. I love you
Yes.
guys so very much. Vacation time. It's time to redevelop, do some different things, and just stay well, my friends. Please stay well. I love you guys, and good night. We'll see you in May. Bye.
Bye. Stay safe.
It's been amazing.
Wear that
This has been
mask.
amazing. All right. Yes. Wear your mask, social distance, sanitize. Get both of your shots so you can get you some.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, then. We love you guys. Have a great night. We're out.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.